Now, uses of resources and its impact on environment. Our health and the well-being of the current and future generations are inextricably linked to the quality of our air, water, soil and biological resources. These resources are inseparable from our culture and inspire art and literature. Natural resources have an intrinsic value that is important for their own sake regardless of their economic value. The resources are fundamental base for the economic growth and development of human society, but their withdrawal from the nature, mode of their uses by human beings and their disposal have enormous adverse effect on the environment. It is thus imperative to study the linkages between resource use and the environment so that proper management of resources, both effective resources and resources out of place or waste material after use, and remedial measures of environmental pollution and degradation arising out of resource use and disposal of waste materials may be made possible. Two aspects of resources are of most concern to the present society and for the future generations which are available in the environment. They are majority of the raw materials of the industries, mainly metals, have formed and accumulated over long period of time, millions of years, through exceedingly slow geological process, but they are being consumed at present at an alarming rate. This may result in low supply of certain key minerals or even in complete depletion. Thus arises the question of adequacy and inadequacy of certain key minerals which the present society must take note of. The withdrawal and use of minerals have immense impact upon the environment. For example, extraction of minerals creates pits and scarps on the earth's surface which ultimately causes surface collapse and subsidence. Certain industrial minerals such as metals becomes waste after their use. The disposal of such waste materials into water and soil pollutes them, and in few cases the resultant pollution becomes hazardous to human society and other organisms of biospheric ecosystem. The second type of industrial resources includes fossil fuels such as mineral oil, natural gas and coal. These resources are also finite and have accumulated over a long period of time. These resources are being used at a very fast rate, and there is very likelihood that we will run out of these resources within a few hundred years or even less. These resources are used for the supply of most of energy in the industrial, transport and domestic sectors. The conversion of mineral oils, natural gases and coal pollutes the atmosphere. The very composition of the atmosphere in terms of natural gases composition is altered and modified, which consequently affects the atmospheric process. For example, emission of carbon dioxide through human volcanoes increases the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which in turn increases the greenhouse effect of the atmosphere, resulting into rise of temperature at the earth's surface and consequent changes in the radiation or heat balance of the earth. The use of petroleum in the operation of motor cars, trucks, rail engines and aircrafts releases nitrogen oxide into the atmosphere, which may deplete the ozone, which is very vital for all types of life on the earth, because depletion in ozone may allow ultraviolet solar rays to reach the earth's surface. This may result in the rise of temperature and thus alteration of terrestrial heat balance. The release of sulfur dioxide in the air by combustion of fossil fuels causes acid rains.